Hi, I wanted to try out a cool camera angle on my camera and it did not work out well. That's why I look so far away from the camera. I'm not being rude. I'm not scared of you. No, forgive me, and I will never do this again. Okay, bye-bye. Yo, let me tell you the good books I got. What is up, you guys? It's me, your girl, your Casey. How you ding-dongin' doing today? So my friend recommended me a book. One book. Just one. So she explained it really well, and then I got intrigued. So then I went on Amazon and got the ebook, and then I got 6 other ebooks around that estimate. So it's time to haul. Don't think I've forgotten my library. No, this tripod is currently standing on 2 library books, one of which was the second worst book I read about this year. So stay tuned for that review. It's trippy, bad trippy. You know you're not worth much when you're used as a tripod. So the book that my friend is reading right now that she is binging and loving is From Blood and Ash by Jennifer Armentrout. I love that name. Armentrout. But me and my friend work together and she keeps on like going on and on about it, and she's won me over. Nameless friend, start a Booktube channel. You do the job well. I have to confess, I'm chewing gum while doing this and I just bit through my cheek. Medic! I don't have a trash can in this room, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. Never mind, found a receipt. Nothing but class on this channel. I'm taking a calculated risk with this video because I have the camera filming not on the selfie camera, but on the, the front facing, the back, the other camera. So I can't see the screen. I don't really know if I'm filming or not. Did I press the big red button? I don't know. We'll find out shortly. Okay, now let me give you the download. The download on From Blood and Ash, okay? Because there's blood in the title, I'm hoping there's a lot of gory gore, if you know what that means. Fighting. Also, fair warning, this book has vampires in it, so if you're like an immediate vampire scoffer, like, yeah, no, Edward, yikes, then not your jam. But me, I'm for that jam. Bloody red strawberry jam. Okay, so in this magical world of From Blood and Ash, there's this thing called a maiden. She's chosen from birth to usher in the new era of her people. And when you're maiden, yeah, you're Miss Maiden, you're hot stuff, but your life's not really your own anymore. You live a life of solitary. People decide what you do with your maideny duties. You can never be touched, never be looked upon, never be spoken to, never to experience pleasure or passion. You get nothing. You just read some books all day. That's basically my life. Do you want this life? No. Because y'all, I just read a really bad book and it's put me in a mood. Okay, anyways, Miss Maiden. Yo, she's waiting for this thing called the Ascension to happen. It's important. Why it's important? I don't know. But instead of waiting dutifully for the Ascension to happen, she'd rather be with the guards, the roughhousing sort of life. Instead of just, performing this kind of figurehead duty, she'd rather be out there fighting the evil that has taken her family. Is the evil talked about in this book? Probably not, but I know it's vampires. When I said in this book, I meant in the summary. You know what I mean. I make mistakes. You didn't make a mistake subscribing to this channel. Hopefully, like, comment, subscribe. But yeah, our chick, she'd rather be getting her hands dirty, independent lady, instead of just bettering herself for the duty of her gods. Cause it was never her choice, but it is her duty. The entire kingdom's future rests on this girl's shoulders. And like Poppy knows, like, girl, I can't handle all this because her girl, she ain't supposed to experience pleasure, that kind of pleasure. But there's this cute guard, okay? His name is Hawk because he's edgy. And even though he's like, yeah, I'm your guard, I'm gonna make sure you get to your ascension, he's also like, hey girl. Destiny and duty become tangled. Tangled with the thorny embrace of desire and need. He incites her anger, makes her question everything she believes in, and tempts her with the forbidden fruit. Forsaken by the gods and feared by mortals, a fallen kingdom is rising once more, determined to take back what they believe is theirs through violence and vengeance. The vampires haven't been mentioned in the summary, but my friend told me there's these vampires, and they're like, they're like us. They got brains, they got the speech, but if they bite you, then you turn into a vampire, but you're a crazy vampire. Like, you're like an animal vampire. you dirty animal. So that's what we got. We got the vampires, a love story, some war. That's all I want in life. When the vampire apocalypse happens, I will be ready. Yo, let's face it, I'll probably be leading the vampire army. That's the role I'll play. Which one of you gonna be the protagonist in this book? I'm the villain. You're gonna come up against Vampire Casey. Fight dirty. I throw sand in your eyes. So that's the #1 book I'm super excited about because my friend is just like effervescent with all the goodness of this book. And it's like 600 pages. She's read it fast. And it's the first of a trilogy, and I love me some trilogies, especially if they're good trilogies, like Caraval, which is also getting a sister book coming out in like September, I think. So excited for that future haul. But what's next on the Kindle buy list? I got this book that I only bought because I liked the title. It just sounds so fancy. Listen, the Song of the Forever Rains. Doesn't that sound right, proper, just melodic? Every time I look up at this phone turned the wrong way, I think my phone died. It's giving me anxiety. Again, this is the first book of a new series, and we got another kingdom, but this is a thief kingdom. We're gonna throw in some Loch Lamora nostalgia in here. Is it nostalgia if I just read that book 7 months ago? 7 months ago. Wow. I am decaying rapidly. Anyways, okay, Song of the Forever Rains, Thief Kingdom. Thief Kingdom is hidden from the main kingdom. You know, some black market underground stuff, shenanigans, that's what's going on. Many whisper of the Thief Kingdom's existence, but few have found this place where magic and pleasure abound. Kind of reminds me of that weird market that was in A Conjuring of Light, the 3rd book of a Darker Shade of Magic series. That was a cool place. I like that. Hidden from the world feel, and you throw in some thievery. Love it. In the Thief Kingdom, the mysterious Thief King, Loch Lamora, he reigns supreme with the help of the Mosai. Am I pronouncing that right? No, but we don't give judgment on this channel. Except for me, I judge everything. Anyways, the Mosai, they're a trio of uber powerful, revered, feared sorceresses. They sell kick-butt ladies. So, the 3 kick-butt ladies, the youngest of the 3 kick-butt ladies, her name is Larkya. I think I'm saying that right. Larkya. Anyways, her power, she kills monsters with her voice, which reminds me of another V.E. Schwab series. What's it called? It's this. It has a violin. I know the sequel that I hated is Our Dark Duet. A Savage Song. Smart. She sings and things die. I do the same thing. But no one thinks that's cool. And you know, our girl, she's capable. And she's figured out that the Duke of Lachlan, if that's his real name, he's siphoning poisonous drugs from the Thief Kingdom. Thieving from the Thief Kingdom? And he's using it to suppress his tenants. I'm just imagining this really mean, like, you know, rental property owner, your landlord, poisoning you. How are you going to pay him? Go to work if you're poisoned. You got food poisoning. You're gonna die and throw up. You're gonna die first, then throw up. So, our singing girl, Larkya, Larks sing. Yeah, she's gonna go kill him. It's her first solo mission. It's a kind of big deal. You know, rite of passage, coming of age. We're for that. She's eager to prove herself, and you know how she's gonna get close to Mr. Evil Duke? She's gonna pretend to be his bride. Fake dating with daggers and poison like Tinder. But her plans grow complicated when she finds herself drawn to Lord Darius McKenna, Lachlan's rightful heir. Ooh, love triangle. Soon she suspects Darius has his own motivations for ridding Lachlan of the corrupt Duke, the one taking the poison. Larkya and Darius must learn to trust each other if there is any hope of saving the people of Lachlan and themselves. I'm excited. I got some good fantasy books to read. Fantasy dance. The next thing that I bought is because it appeals to my black, white, and red aesthetic for book covers, and it's called The Paper Magician. It has a 3.66 on Goodreads. You know, some people would be concerned, but not me. I believe in giving people chances, and when they disappoint me, then I tell them that they're dead awful. My wrist hurts from holding this laptop. I'm gonna read it like this. Okay, this girl's name It's see a knee. Look over there. I see a knee. These jokes are just getting worse. I've been up since 2 a.m. How you doing? So our girl Siani, she's on her way to the magician Emery, okay? I'm guessing like he or she is like the master and she's the apprentice. But our girl, her thoughts, thoughtful fart. I gotta go to bed, man. She arrives with a broken heartache. Someone did her dirty. Having graduated at the top of her class from the Tegas Craft School of the Magically Inclined, Siani is assigned an apprenticeship in paper magic. Ooh. Despite her dreams of bespelling metal. Oh, okay. So she does the paper, but she wants to do metal. Rad. And once she's bonded to paper, that's the only magic she can use forever. Although, I'm thinking like Kubo and the Two Strings, one of my favorite movies, and he has paper magic, so I'm like, girl, you fine. Metal's lame. I mean, sure, you can build a rocket, you can build a sledgehammer, you can entrap your enemies in a sarcophagus of iron, but can you give them paper cuts? I didn't think so. Yet the spells Siani learns under the strange yet kind Fane turned out to be more marvelous than she could ever imagine. Animating paper creatures, Kubo and the Two Strings, bringing stories to life via ghostly images, Kubo and the Two Strings, even reading fortunes, probably Kubo and the Two Strings. Guess what movie I want to watch right now? I have it on my laptop actually. Anyways, she's good with paper magic now. It sounds dope as coke. But as she discovers these wonders, Siani also learns of the extraordinary dangers of forbidden magic. Watch the forbidden magic with the paper magic turn out to be like the Death Note from Death Note. That's paper, that's magic, crossover potential with Kubo and the Two Strings. So she and her master, they're just doing the thing, the paper thing, but then an excisener, a practitioner of dark flesh magic. Why did they use flesh? I hate that word, flesh. I get like a jiggly meat sack image in my mind. Okay, so basically a bloodbender, probably. He invades the cottage and rips Fane's heart from his chest. Spoilers! To save her teacher's life, Siani has to face Mr. Flesh Magician, Flesh, and embark on an unbelievable adventure which will take her into the chambers of Fane's still beating heart. We gonna like shrink and go into his heart and reveal the very soul of the man. Okay, I'm still concerned if we're actually going into this man's heart. That's gonna be very squishy and bloody and just weird. And if it's still beating, if you're shrunk, your little eardrums with the beating boom 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 is gonna pop. Are you willing to risk your eardrums for Mr. Paper Magician? How am I gonna listen to all my hip jazz? Sorry dude, you're on your own, but still sounds like a cool book. Kubo and the Two Strings sounds like a good movie. Go watch it. And speaking of Kubo and the Two Strings, because there's paper herons in that movie, and this next book has some cranes, which are like herons. We got 6 crimson cranes. I cannot say crimson and crane together in the same sentence. This is like the 5th try. This is again book 1 of a series. You might know the author, Elizabeth Lim. She might have written, you know, Spin the Dawn, very popular. So this is a retelling of that fairy tale where the girl, she can't talk, not the Little Mermaid. No, this is like a forest girl and there's like an evil stepmom, I think. And an evil stepmom turns her brothers, the girl's brothers, into swans, I think. Is it Swan Lake? I don't think it's actually Swan Lake. Anyways, it's that, but China or Japan. Hold on, it don't say. I feel like a fool. Okay, anyways, we got this chick. Her name's Shiori. She's a princess and she has a secret. What? Forbidden magic runs through her veins. Normally she conceals it well, but on the morning of her betrothal ceremony, oh no, it goes all out of control. And I mean, it kind of like stalls the wedding, and our girl didn't want to get married in the first place, so hey, upside. But then, uh-oh, downside. It catches the attention of Rekama, her stepmama. Miss Rekama, she be like, hey girl, I got some dark magic too, and I'm feeling threatened by you. She banishes the princess, and you know, just to be a little spiteful little witch, she turns the princess's brothers to cranes. There they go, flying away. What you gonna do? And so as our princess is watching her brothers squawk away, Miss Evil Stepmom is like, if you say a word, a single word, any word from your mouth, a brother will die. 2 words, brave, 2 brothers die. You say 3 words, 3 brothers die, and so on. Penniless, voiceless, alone, Shiori searches for her brothers, and on her journey, she uncovers a conspiracy to overtake the throne. I blame the stepmama. A conspiracy more twisted and deceitful, more cunning and complex than even Rakama's betrayal. You know, it sounds like it was a betrayal, so maybe Rakama and Shiori actually had a good relationship beforehand, because how can you be betrayed if you don't have a relationship? So now I'm thinking, hey, if there was a good relationship, why are you guys cursing each other? Oh, is there gonna be a dark and emotional villain backstory? Whoa. Anyways, only Shiori can set the kingdom to rights. But to do so, she must place her trust in the very boy she fought not to marry yet. And she must embrace the magic she's been taught all her life to contain, to snuff, to obliterate, no matter what it cost her. I want to watch Kubo and the Two Strings. I've hit you with some back-to-back fantasy, and I apologize. That might not be your thing, but I got you. I got you. We're gonna break it off and leave off with a thriller. Favorite genre, probably. No, fantasy. I'm sorry, that's my favorite genre. Thriller is a good second, but I got this thriller book with a very low Goodreads rating, 3.4, and it's called Every Vow You Break. Every time I hear that title, I think of that song like, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Coincidence? Not with a thriller book, no. It makes perfect sense. Okay, so we got this girl. Girl's all happy, she's on her honeymoon, dreams come true, oh, the blushing bride, all that fun stuff. But her honeymoon is ruined when a guy that she had a one-night stand with, he shows up. Yeah, this one-night stand guy, was it like 50 years ago before she met her husband? No, right before the wedding, our girl, she had a little bit too much to drink. So she saw this guy saw her, the hotel concierge saw them both go up to a hotel room. I'm just saying it like it was, okay? But yeah, they do the sexy bits. And our girl, she wakes up like, oh dang, I made a mistake, but it's in the past. I'm not gonna let this ruin my new life for this beautiful hunky millionaire. We got a gold digger up in here. I ain't judging, I'm just saying it like it is from what I read in like this one paragraph. And I mean, the guy she had a one-night stand with, he didn't even give her his real name. Why should she care about him, huh? So yeah, she's ready to move on with life. Then one-night stand guy, yeah, he shows up. He's like, we are wedded to the soul. You will be mine. I love you. He insists that they have a little special something going on, and he's tracked her down to tell her this. Not spooky at all, very sensible. So now our girl, she's got the dilemma. Tell Mr. Husband that Mr. Creepy is here because they had a one-night stand and now they're like destined to be soulmates or something like that. Or should she handle the stalker all by herself? To make the situation worse, strange things begin to happen. She sees a terrified woman in the night shadows, and no one at the resort seems to believe anything is amiss, including her perfect new husband. Ooh, here's my theory. The husband, he hired the guy to test his wife to see if she would remain faithful. And now he's like playing mind games on her. That's what I do because I crazy too. All good reads, I'm hoping. All good summaries, that's better. But that is my nice little modest 5-book haul. I'm excited, you're excited, we're all excited as things should be. It's a beautiful day, more beautiful because we spent some time together, and hey, thanks for listening. I really appreciate you. But until next time, stay ready, my friends.